Mastering business interruption insurance. Business interruption insurance policyholders are unaware of regulatory landmines lurking in their policies. When assessing the viability of business interruption insurance, are there any regulatory or compliance issues that its policyholders should be aware of that could potentially impact the coverage or payout of their policies? When it comes to business interruption insurance, policyholders should be aware of various regulatory and compliance issues that could impact the coverage or payout of their policies. These issues can arise from government regulations, industry standards, and internal company policies, and can have significant consequences if not properly addressed. Firstly, policyholders should be aware of the regulatory requirements for business interruption insurance policies. In the United States, for example, insurance regulations are primarily governed by state laws, which can vary significantly from state to state. Policyholders should familiarize themselves with the specific regulations governing their policy, including requirements for policy language, coverage limits, and claims procedures. One key regulatory issue is the requirement for policyholders to provide accurate and timely notice of a business interruption claim. Failure to do so can result in delayed or denied claims, as insurers may argue that the policyholder failed to comply with the policy terms. Policyholders should carefully review their policy language to ensure they understand their notice obligations and comply with them. Another regulatory issue is the definition of business interruption itself. Different policies may have varying definitions of what constitutes a business interruption, which can impact the scope of coverage. Policyholders should review their policy language to ensure they understand what events are covered and what is required to trigger coverage. Compliance with industry standards is another critical consideration. For example, the Insurance Services Office (ISO) provides standardized policy language and forms for the insurance industry. Policyholders should be aware of the specific ISO forms and endorsements used in their policy, as they can impact coverage and claims procedures. In addition, policyholders should be aware of any internal company policies or procedures that may impact their business interruption insurance policy. For example, some companies may have internal protocols for reporting and documenting business interruptions, which can affect the claims process. Policyholders should review their internal policies and procedures to ensure they are aligned with their business interruption insurance policy. Data privacy and security regulations are also a critical consideration. Policyholders may be required to provide sensitive business information, such as financial records or customer data, to support their business interruption claim. Insurers and policyholders must comply with relevant data privacy and security regulations, such as the General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) in the European Union, to ensure the secure handling of sensitive information. Moreover, policyholders should be aware of any changes to regulatory requirements or industry standards that may impact their business interruption insurance policy. For example, changes to tax laws or accounting standards can affect the calculation of business interruption losses. Policyholders should stay informed about changes to relevant regulations and standards to ensure they are aware of any potential impacts on their coverage. Finally, policyholders should be aware of any potential conflicts of interest or biases that may arise in the claims process. Insurers may have internal procedures or guidelines that can impact the claims process, and policyholders should be aware of any potential biases or conflicts that may affect the payout of their policy. In conclusion, policyholders should be aware of the various regulatory and compliance issues that can impact the coverage or payout of their business interruption insurance policies. By understanding the regulatory requirements, industry standards, internal company policies, data privacy and security regulations, and potential conflicts of interest, policyholders can ensure they are adequately protected in the event of a business interruption and minimize the risk of delayed or denied claims.